Hey, coming up next, let's talk about pathway pricing for MTG. These lands are priced wrong, and I'll explain why. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. It's free to do, doesn't hurt anything. Take a look for all the free giveaways listed in my descriptions below these videos. You can join those giveaways for free if you are subscribed to the channel. So today we're going to talk about pathways. They are the new kind of like fetch land on the block. We have triomes, which are excellent in many different formats. You know, tri-lands are very nice. They cycle, not bad. But the pathways are supposed to be the new version of the dual land. But have anyone been paying attention to what's going on out there? Pathways continue to drop. They continue to fall like they're free falling out of a plane without a parachute. Why do you think that is? I'm going to tell you why. We're going to explain it tonight. We're going to say, hey, this is my point of view, and chances are you're going to agree with me. Back in the day in '93, when dual lands hit the board, dual lands were not considered that awesome or amazing. They were used like any other land in a deck. They helped you achieve a certain effect. We didn't have an understanding as players back then how important a mana base can be to your deck. Dual lands became basically the perfect land. You had to have them in every deck and nobody cared. And before you knew it, they hit the ban list and they never got reprinted because they're on the reserved. Okay, that's basically what they did. They've been trying to recreate something similar ever since that day. But it has taken time and effort to come up with it. Now, the flip lands, the modal land that we're talking about, all the pathways, they're an excellent land. They're amazing. If you take a look here and see all the versions we have right now, we can do any land combinations we need with the ones that will come out in Kaldheim to build a true multicolored deck. By putting 2 or 3 of these of each color into your deck, you can give yourself a good mana base to put your flip lands into effect, as well as a multiple tricolor deck with no real ill effect to it, because you can flip the lands wherever you need when they come into play to make sure you have the right mana base in the appropriate order. Of course, Wizards did come up with ways of destroying these lands because they're not considered a basic land. They're not fetchable, but they're still an excellent land base. Now, the real problem will be is as these lands were printed, they were quite common in the draft boxes of Zendikar Rising. They were very common inside the collector boxes, which means we've had a flood of these hit the market. When I first started looking at these price bases, they were around that $10 to $14 mark per land. They've continued to fall ever since. And I think you, the player, me, the player, we are coming to the reason like, oh my God, there's just so many of them. But guess what? There's not. There only is inside Zendikar Rising as well as Kaldheim. After these 2 sets are complete, after they've finished all the trifecta of the lands they need to do for the modal flip lands, what will happen is they won't be printed for a while. Yeah, we have the secret layer coming up. That's just a cash grab. Let's skip the secret layer. There won't be enough printed for that. But if you look at the lands coming out, they made them purposely available. They are rare, but there's a lot of them. More than I've seen in a very long time. Getting 7, 8, 10 in a collector box is awesome, but it drove the price down. I'm talking. It took a hammer to it and just started squishing the land down, forcing that price lower and lower and lower. Now, if we took a look at pricing today on December 22nd, 2020, you'll see there the lands are going for $3 to $4 with free shipping. $4 free shipping. Some are only $2, $3, and if you buy a lot of them, you get discounts. So, you think that's cheap, and it is cheap. You can get a couple play sets, probably $100 you can get a play set of everything. That's amazing if you just want the basic ones. I'm not talking the full art or the full art foils. Those are a little bit more expensive, but even they're like $10 each. They're very reasonable to afford and buy as a card. But the whole point is that so many came out so fast, and we're not playing in stores right now because of what's happening in the world, that it's just suppressing the price and pushing it down below where nobody cares. Like, that's $4, I'll pick up whenever. Guess what? With fetch lands, that same thing happened, right? Dual lands, I just told you, we used to pay $4 or $5 for each dual land. I'm not saying these are going to be dual lands. I'm saying after Wizards has printed their allotment for these next 2 sets, they won't be printing it for a while. At least a couple of years. So as people get back into stores and back into the world, they are going to be purchasing these. They're going to be bought for decks. But will there be that many available? At this cheap, what'll happen is it'll see an upward trajectory. It'll start climbing in price as the market starts absorbing the content. I have bought very little myself. I mean to, I just haven't done it yet. But we're all going to need a play set or two. And I just told you got 8 or 10 in a collector box, and you got 4 or 5, let's say, in a booster draft box. Not that many draft boxes were opened. Not that many set boxes were opened. I think we're going to see is it's going to add a difference at the market in about 12 to 24 months from now. These things are going to be back up to that $10 level, which is double the price they're at right now. I know it doesn't seem like a huge amount, but if you get it for half price right now, why wouldn't you buy it? Right? I said the same thing when they had the Zendikar Full Art Expeditions out. Some hit as low as $7 or $8. I bought a whack load for some of my giveaways on this channel. It was awesome. I got them at an inexpensive price. The price started being jacked up right away within a month or so after that. Prices rose right away. But I got what I needed for all of my viewers. It was okay. But the same thing, the Moto fetches will be, these Moto lands will be needed by everybody. You're going to want to find them. You're going to want to get them. So don't wait too long before making a purchase like this. Think about what's happened. Understand the market. It's just so much product out that the market hasn't absorbed it yet. But when it absorbs it, it's not like Wizards is going to go out there and just start reprinting Moto lands. And as the new flavor of the month comes in, as we finish Kaldheim and we go to Strixhaven and D&D, Time Spiral Remastered, Modern Horizons 2, these boxes won't be opened anymore. They'll go to the background, kind of like Ikoria did and Eldraine did. Wizards is keeping this fast pace, which means you think there's a lot out there now. But 12 to 24 months from now, there won't be a lot out. So this is like my market watch to you people out there who are looking for these lands. You might want to buy a few. You might want to pick some up for your decks. I got no skin in the game. This isn't about me saying, I just like to tell my viewers where they can find a good deal, where things will happen, where I see the market going. They are going to go up. The question is when. If everyone buys them now, it's going to cause a rise now. But if you trickle 1 or 2 for yourself, because my channel is not big, if you trickle 1 or 2 here and there every week, the market won't really notice and prices won't be adjusted too much. If somebody sweeps in, if somebody happens to catch this channel and agrees with me and buys 1,000 of them, it's going to jack the prices through the roof. But you pick up 1 or 2 in a week, start broadening out your collection over time to fill in your little holes where you need your mana, and you'll be okay. Just don't buy a mass amount at the same time and the market will be fine. Okay? I understand that's how it works. There's checks and balances and all these things. The bigger stores will notice if you're trying to buy too much of it. But if you're just buying a playset of 4 of something, they probably won't make a big fuss. Okay? So keep that in mind when you're looking at cards like this. I'm telling you, they are incorrectly priced right now. This will move. They will go up. Okay? It's not like the full art lands. Like, remember they did the full art battle for Zendikar? Even I fell for that. I bought a whole bunch. I'm like, oh, they're beautiful. But now they don't make them special anymore. I don't think the Moto flip lands are going to be put out there a lot. They're going to want to build that as kind of specialty land later, is how I see Rosewater and the guys at Wizards doing this. I think it'll take time, but they knew this would happen. They're like, we're going to put a lot into this thing. We're going to put a lot into Kaldheim. But after that, we're going to wait a few years probably before we reprint them again. Just like they do with fetch lands now, where they print them every year or so. They put a small allotment out compared to the size of the market, just to make sure players can get their hands on some the odd time. Now, even they put a lot out inside of Zendikar, the collector boxes, right? They put quite a few out for people to get because they know we need more in the market for some of the other formats. So keep that in mind. Prices are kind of low right now. It's a good time to take advantage of it when you see them. Like I said, we're looking, what do we say here? We're looking at like a $4 or $5 a land. So you need 4 of something. That's only $20. There's what, 6 types. So $120 gets you a playset of each one. Can you say the same for fetch lands? Right? Can you? No. Right? It's just not the same thing. And Triumphs, I don't think that are that expensive either. You probably want to get some of those as well. I'll have another market video coming up on those in the next little while. So thanks a lot for tuning in. This is MTG Mox, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You'll find my content below listed everywhere, and I upload regularly. I also have my free contest giveaways. They happen basically every month. They're free to enter as long as you're subscribed to the channel. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please leave your comments below and let me know what you think, because I like being interactive with people. Have a great one, guys. Enjoy the holidays. Cheers. I'm looking for the button. I almost clicked the button, but I missed the button. So now I'm going back to find the button so I can click that button. See? I'm clicking it now. No, I'm not. I'm standing here looking at the button because I just clicked the wrong thing again. Ah, horrible sometimes. Moto Fliplands. Picks them up, guys. I'm not joking. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is MTG Moxman. Remember, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and a big shout out to all my patrons out there who make this possible every day of the week. This is MTG Moxman. Stay safe out there. Talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.